So we're going to be having a little look at attacking in wide areas. There is a short video for about 3 minutes. So what I am going to do is I'm going to play this one through. Again, as ever, get your pens, get your papers out. I hope you're enjoying this. And if you're watching it on a recording, again, drop us some comments in the community and drop us a post in there. So we're just going to showcase our final session at Fulham today. So we've been at Fulham in the Premier League today. So we've currently got a 5v5. So we've got 5 green players, 5 black players. So it doesn't matter. Again, with numbers, you could have 5 black, 4 green, whatever you've got within your session. Now you'll notice we've got a small goal off to the left. We've got a large goal in the middle, and then we've got another small goal off to the right. We've actually got the same setup on the opposite side. So we've got a goal in the middle and we've got 2 small goals on the side. Now for this particular session, as you probably guessed it, we're working on wide play and channel play. So how this game works, if you can score a goal in either of the small goals off to the sides, you get 3 points. If you can score a goal in this middle goal, you'll get 1 point. So by adding these particular rules into the game, it actually encourages the players to attack the wide areas. So we'll see if these players can score. So, oh, post, that was close. But if they would have scored, they would have got 3 points. So the aim of this game, can we score in the wide goals? So we encourage them by giving them 3 points as a reward system. And if they score in the middle goal, they only get 1 goal. So the beauty of this is, and what we discovered in the Premier League is that we don't want to give the players any more information other than you get 3 points for scoring in the small goals and you get 1 point for scoring in the big goal. The kids and the players will work this game out themselves, that they're trying to get into the wide channels. They'll start to make decisions to get into spaces, into wide areas, and they will start to channel the ball. One of the big things that we discovered in the Premier League about 15, 16 years ago was that there was too many interventions, there was too much coaching going on within the games, and we were giving the players far too much information. So at the beginning of this session, we didn't record it, but we over-listened to what the coach was saying, and he basically gave them the parameters of the pitch. If the ball goes out on the sideline, it's a kick in. If you score in either of the small goals off to the left or right, you get 3 points. And if you score in the middle goal, you get 1 point. And then he got the game straight under play straight away. So again, guys, less interventions, less coaching, and just set them up with the environment and let the girls and boys work it out for themselves. Now you'll see we've been going for about 7 or 8 minutes, and the coach has now pulled it in. And again, we spoke about this in one of the previous sessions at Fulham, is that we've now got a Q&A session going on for a couple of minutes where the coach, rather than giving all the information, is asking the players why we're trying to score 3 points in the side goals and why we only get 1 point for the middle. And he'll be driving out that information and the objectives from those players. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed that one. I'll go straight into my whiteboard session. And that one is sort of quite a self-explanatory one, but what I will do is I just want to cover off a couple of key points on this. So you'll see on the example that I give you here, guys, so we've just identified within the pitch, you've got 3 points for the wide areas and you got 1 point for the middle areas. So the things that we are trying to focus on within this game is getting them to score in the wide areas by giving them a increased point score of 3 points. Again, we want to limit instructions and coaching from the coach involved in this. So whether you're a parent volunteer coach or you are a paid coach, literally just, it's all about, and we spoke about this on all the other videos, it's more important on how you set up the environment. Now, we get a lot of coaches on this platform who are volunteer coaches and parent coaches. What a great thing if you know when you get up to training, you can just set up the pitch, call them all in and say to your playing group, okay, this is what we're working on today. I need 2 teams. I need some teams in black bibs, some teams in yellow. And this is the rule. If you're scoring the wide goals, blacks, you're shooting this way. Yellows, you're shooting that way. Okay. It's 1 point if you scored in the middle. 3 points if you scored in the side. I'm going to be on the sideline here. I'm going to have all the balls, and this is what I want you to do. Every time a ball goes out of play, there's no throw-ins, there's no corners. Call me for the ball, and whoever calls me for the ball first, I will feed the ball in, and if it's a black player, they'll get the ball. If it's one of the yellow players, they'll get the ball, and the game revolves. This way, it's so simple. 3 points wide, 1 point in the middle. I'm your coach. I'm going to feed you the balls. Every time it goes out of play, ask me for the ball. This way, you can go 3 to 5 minutes of non-stop play. They're going to come in, they're going to be tired, but within that 3 to 5 minutes, I guarantee what you're going to start to see is wide area play. Now, what you'll find is as well, if you ask the right questions when the players come in to speak with you, okay, you will get the answers you're looking for. And what you'll find is your team will start to communicate with each other. Now, even if you're coaching 7 and 8 year olds, you'd be amazed at the information they have. You forget they're playing FIFA, they're watching Premier League highlights every weekend. These know more than we know, trust me. So one of the questions that you might ask is, are we getting the ball into wide areas? And point at one of the players and ask that particular player, are we getting the ball into wide areas? And if the answer's no, then it might be because this is what happens, especially with the younger age groups. You get a lot of players all want to play in the wide areas because all of a sudden they want to be the goal scorers, they want to score the 3 points. So then what you can do is you can literally walk, let's say the yellow team, you can say to the team in the black bibs, okay, you guys stay there. Yellows, come with me. I'm going to nominate Tommy as my captain. Tommy, you position your yellow team where you think they should be for this game. Put them in positions. And within 30 seconds, they'll put themselves in the right positions. And you go, okay, this is the position you're now playing. Then do the same with the team in the black bibs. Nominate a captain. And you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed at how quickly they work this out. Also, this is one thing to watch out for. If you've got a group of players and you're unsure of positions for some of them, but if you notice a player all of a sudden wants to play in the middle a lot and starts to score a lot of 1 points, this for me will be your captain and your central midfielder, and I'll explain why. Because this particular player all of a sudden notices now these players all want to start playing out on the channels, and he starts to notice this. And this player has identified the space now in the middle of the pitch, because all of a sudden, like flocks of sheep, all, especially in the younger age group, you'll see a lot of the players will all just get super uber focused on going in the wide areas to get the 3 points, and they forget and neglect the middle of the park. So there's a bit of a trick in here that we're not necessarily interested in players scoring 3 points all the time. We're looking to see for things, and I'll give you an example of what we're looking for. A couple of things that we're looking for, and this is for the younger age groups and the older age groups. And I'll just very quickly, I'll just wipe all this out, and I'll give you a couple of examples of what we are looking to see. Now, this must be a given for the older age groups and your more advanced players. But let's imagine this is the sideline of this particular game. These are the channels. If we've got our player who's in the wide channel here, let's say we've got the player in the black bib, okay, and they're shooting in this direction, we want to make sure that before they receive the ball, they have got what we call 180 vision, okay? And that means they're on the sideline and they're looking out this way. So in their line of sight, they can see there, they can see there, and they can see all of there, okay? That's one of the givens that we're looking for those wide players. So before they receive the ball, have they got that vision to see all of the pitch? If not, you need to correct their body position. What happens is, especially with the younger age groups, they get so focused, and because they're so forward facing, if this particular player is shooting in this direction, you find that they've got the back turn to goal. So if this is their goals here, and they're trying to attack into these goals here, they're always looking forwards, and their vision, their line of vision tends to be this, because they're only looking forwards and they've got the back to goal. This is one of the big things we want to get rid of in the game, because we want our players in the wide areas to see the whole of the pitch, and we want them to understand, are they about to receive the ball into feet? Well, if they are about to receive it into feet, and if they've got that vision where they can see all of this, that's no problem. Or are they about to receive the ball into space? Now, how do they know if they're going to receive it into space? Well, if they're looking down this channel and they realise they've got all of this space in here to attack, so I'll show you what I mean, but let's imagine all of this space is free. They know when their teammates got the ball here, we want this ball played into space, okay? And again, it can be done with hand. Sorry guys, because if I could spell hand properly. Hand or visual signals. And who are they given the visual signals to? They're given the visual signals to this player. And the visual signal they'll give them is, they might show them, if they're playing on this side of the pitch, they're showing them the left arm pointing up the wide area, basically saying, I don't want it to feet, I want it up in front of me into space, go. And because they've got the ability to see all of the pitch, they can ask for this. Now, in this same instance, that hand and visual might be, they point down to the feet, which means it's telling the teammates they want the ball into the feet, because they know they've got a yellow player there and a yellow player there, and they don't necessarily want it into space. They want it into feet, and then they're going to try and do a little bit of a drive and a dribble to take a player on, okay? So hopefully that gives you a great example of attacking in wide areas for any age groups, whether you're 8s and 9s and 10s or all the way up to the elder age groups. Again, as ever, if you want any help with these sessions, all you need to do is drop us a post in the school community